Do not prevent in themselves. Do not prevent in themselves. Do not prevent in themselves. Do not prevent the shooting of police officers, but they help in the investigation. They help in the prevention of further crimes. But having said that, we have somebody, how do you call it, fragmentation jackets, because people refer to them as bulletproof, but they are not bulletproof yet. They are fragmentation jackets, and we have a couple, yes, and we, depending on the circumstances, we issue them out to our officers. We are investigating, as I indicated, and that is part of the investigation as to why an officer on duty was not wearing a bulletproof vest. We are investigating that, and as soon as we finish, we'll come out with the results. And let me assure you that we are not just sitting down. We have had series of meetings with the banks and the companies that deal with cash. We call them cash in transit vehicle companies. And just before I came here, I had a meeting with the governor of the Bank of Ghana, as well as the members of the executive members of the Association of Bankers of Ghana. And these are issues that we discussed. And from now on, let's say from 30th of this month, any bank or any company that does not have a bulletproof, how do you call it, a bullion van, we are not going to provide any service for that company. So in actual fact, we are actually doing what we can to protect the people of Ghana. There's no society in the world where there's no crime. Even in the US, in the UK, Sweden, and all those countries where I would say they more or less have everything, they still have crime. The only place that doesn't have crime is heaven, and we are not in heaven. So if any so-called security analysis says that we are not on top of our game, that's why this is not happening. I mean, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Diplomacy, international security with national vital interest. It is more expensive to BBJ or Airbus jet, which can serve as a strategic airlift. For example, Mr. Speaker, has spent over 50 million United States dollars over the last 10 years since the BBJ was cancelled to ferry soldiers going on peacekeeping alone. If the Air Force had a strategic airlift, this amount of 50 million United States dollars would have been saved to the Treasury. If I were to add, Mr. Speaker, for example, football players, domestic travels, government, parliamentary travels, chiefs and other opinion leaders that the Air Force is normally tasked to airlift, the figure of 50 million United States dollars would easily double over the last 10 years. Mr. Speaker, permit me to share some few thoughts on the cost of traveling by aircraft that we have on our inventory. Of all the categories, Mr. Speaker,
Ghana adeshe yemamo ajoba punch jumadi so Kessben television and also on Kessben radio enyumbre ebeja for etna say ebehwe say oh my Ghana ya ho bambo some security matters saying NTA. Is it the case we have entered into the state of insecurity? Minorities in some bay enomaka and therefore the state of Ghana's security. And then some Inspector General Police IGP upon Bueno Akoka ebi say onfa na konwa ento ho sasema oka yenti ana say incident na esi yenti ena ebi say onfa na konwa ento ho ana say the general insecurity in quotes entina yese omfa na konwa ento sa call no se IGP any national security penny minister and resign a genuine call and I say a caller I say bibi etaichi and you bring yet say ye never just for the state of security I wa Ghana no send it here then and there was some penny for a yana mobile and there was some penny for a two I beboa ama hobambo sem I wa Ghana and so etimi awie pay and you bring ya trust e be sa say me na ya hwe ni sunsan so wo de mayen ye be hwe biem enso so say issue about the president to kwan jet ben na was say or they call Falcon no and I was say or they call and I say I was say drum bray I say ye call fine jet plane and my president tell it to kwan no honsem so abepuenti e be hwe ne aka honsem medinga de Ohene Gyan lawyer thank you and I will say thank you to that other related matters and you efa Ohene Gyan hontia trans ye be hwe na yaka e bi say death penalty e was say abolish e wo Ghana me specifically lawyer tia ye boa okopiem e wo mrasha badwandru and his veteran o ka say or a human rights activist, no problem with that. But the first or a human rights activist and also non support to call say young abolish a the penalty and free books no because you say no idea ye free wa sa nyankopon ba obo yen se woni kwan se oji obi nkwa no se oji obi nkwa kwambone so awonso na wose ye odi free wonsam se ya nya ne sa ebeboa ama kwan a ye fa so a ye kum krofo wo Ghana no so ebekọ ne nti enwumbre sanse me ya trans ye behwe na ya hwe susanso a ewo ede maye na wonso so emrepam yaje wadwenkyere wonsusu ye ene wasembisa ewo saa ensema ye beka enwumbre ewo punch jumadie so ewo Kessben television and on Kessben radio senya ye Canada bia no mo tie ewa santimantem ne mpotam ha 93.3 on radio and crying in mpotam so 92.9. We are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we are live on Kessben television and you my brother for Mr. Ishak Che Brobe. He is a strategic communicator for the New Patriotic Party. He is a TESCOM patron and he is also a lecturer at Kumasi Technical University. A private legal practitioner, lawyer William Kusi, and so Ajenagwa and Yumbre. Yenina ebeto ato adwen afa ye man Ghana. Betwa me ho kekre bi ne maba me ba na yeto adwumadi so a eno.
The police officers, but they help in the investigation, they help in the prevention of further crimes. But having said that, we have somebody, how do you call it, fragmentation jackets, because people refer to them as bulletproof, but they are not bulletproof. Yes. They are fragmentation jackets, and we have a couple, yes. And we, depending on the circumstances, we issue them out to our officers. We are investigating, as I indicated, and that is part of the investigation as to why an officer on duty was not wearing a bulletproof vest. We are investigating that, and as soon as we finish, we'll come out with the results. And let me assure you that we are not just sitting down. We have had series of meetings with the banks and the companies that deal with cash. We call them cash in transit vehicle companies. And just before I came here, I had a meeting with the governor of the Bank of Ghana, as well as the members of the executive members of the Association of Bankers of Ghana. And these are issues that we discussed. And from now on, let's say from 30th of this month, any bank or any company that does not have a bulletproof, how do you call it, a bullion van, we are not going to provide any service for that company. So in actual fact, we are actually doing what we can to protect the people of Ghana. There's no society in the world where there's no crime. even in the US, in the UK, Sweden, and all those countries where I would say they more or less have everything, they still have crime. The only place that doesn't have crime is heaven, and we are not in heaven. So if any so-called security analysis says that we are not on top of our game, that's why this is not happening. I mean, he doesn't know what to talk.
We are back on Punch on Kessben Television and on Kessben Radio. Send a medical Akamabeja for Mr. Ishak Che Brobe is a strategic communicator. I say strategic because when it comes to economic issues, security issues, accounting issues, those issues, finance issues, you find him, speaking for and on behalf of the new patriotic party. He's a TESCOM patron and a lecturer at the Kumasi Technical University, Mr. Ishak Che Brobe Memoajo.
Yeah, let's say.
Aboko.
Great.
What did they change? Divine selection. A private legal practitioner, Mr. William Kusi Esquire. Mokwaba. Moko there. Say, what then a apostle and a disciple and as apostle. Apostolic okay. Anyway. And then lawyers say was sentiment and now I was say you knew about call film do say you call me 1 week. Unfortunately, you move na you could baby and you bring and you bedrew a sentiment but yama Judith any abusia phone nyina yako. I mean it's say obi a onya renda ho no drive yako hospital say ni tie ne yaka crave just within some minutes. Yes, it's so painful. Ema abusia phone nyina yako and since at the funeral we know be there to support the family. The October. Oh, okay. Abusia phone nyina yako. Now, yembra the issue of security or insecurity in Ghana. Me shall say in free Ishak Che Brobe Ishak. Now, about now what an incident I see one crying. Bullion van and the pick up the confess car. Police in a team na akron for from Mam Robertsy. Yakotu to a bon ma maybe or tin baby. Ono so ya tutu ede akum na yako bu lock na da billion van echi akọ tamsika e wo hwa ye de kwa che se awia kete ama Ghana for bi e ka se Ghana CCA security 7 no ayehu enti IGP so wankasa yi ebe ya omfona konwanto Minister for National Security or also so emfa na konwanto. I mean there resign obi akra resign. Who say Ghana ye do state of insecurity say na e bi kanu.
Lawyer me that say en charge for near T4. I mean come in person so men chama de share sita kwa man be possible. Lawyer robbery ni we say no there from time to time who bisa na DSCI assess police and security couples in general every year any the daylight robbery no every akete you boat to near Josika. And now say, you do a chair, ya kitty, na ya boat to, you know, ya coon, just like that, even if say, won't come, now, you know, na, as I see here, I'm not saying that this is the first time we busy, your regime will be a now, the nature of Sahara robbery, we say no. ehia sɛ enema bi wɔ hɔ a yebebusabusa na yɛatwetwe ho nkɔmmɔ. Deɛ di kan ɛne the use of motorbikes ɛwɔ ɔman mu. Ɛsɛ sɛ yɛyɛ very very clear na sesei a digitization atake full course, and in particular digitization of friend is saying DVLA no require say police be supu action generally to ensure say there is not a single motorbiker obi use no or my Ghana mu say ya licensing here, so that say obi use motorbike ni bi e kobokro no a ana di kokodi ewu a yetimi anya kwan bi so atimi akyi nipa kro ntem efiri se o beje yebe license yebe nipa kro a wo na o motorbike no na sese yetimi nya sa nipa no ho nsem ne ho akwa a yebetimi de ahwehwe na yebe hu ni nyina yebenya ego. I think that is important sese you know. Leverage digitization across institutions, no. But one more thing I say, sir, a Juma way say no. In fact, see it to me at the and she say a guaquem na won't register up to a certain point. As I say, it to me take action. Na say a budget amount for motorbikes, and I say serious arrest and prosecution for not say register. Motorbikes now. This is more because of the way among for use motorbikes at the Bokrono. Lawyer, my experience in London around UBS Welbeck. My question of to me any corner biana abrofo boys me abrofo because almost a helmet to who name ne de uhu and almost saying motorbike na heavy one pan to omo woni ma na ehihye ye kotodwe na ehwe ase kra na e ma wo safety ayi no na me pia so keke wo heavy motorbike na omo kra road bi ni tina esa say omo di ni pakro na chi Porsche BMW was see UBS Welbeck ani mo hona ni refi wan fa ne bag say no omo di na chi no mo hu say bag the briefcase at the car not all. And to papa ni see ya ni refi na me do incident na me peers to say ya lawyer said them see yam shame na go visit bom to na when you the road no bom once na gentleman no one maso na motorbike na ready okuri transfer they go and enya hankwa no use motorbike no the bokro no we die mi ankasa manini I could have been shot. Yeah. Number two, say MPP Nana Danko Kufuado or Daroma banking sector no after cleanup despite criticism among for Eddie Benginan after cleanup you get industry experts. Like our friend is saying Al Hassan Denny, former MD of Stanbic Bank, who was the president of the Bankers Association, one time ND Secretary Pono to be either governor of Bank of Ghana or minister for finance. And the cleanup was necessary. Now cleanup no buy no he's also on record say post cleanup no sector no apija. Necessarily dia ene na esese banks no eboa ma sector no security ewo mu etimi etintim na amanfo enya confidence ewo financial system no na me can say na me can say lawyer so why correct yourself this was not a bullion van yeah obi pick up be near convert here to any idea container the fiscal the padlock atom so
10 million is there sana because first can
exactly which means and I'm happy sir Apex Bank for I respond very quickly. Shareholders, I agree. So I'm on 12 billion vans. It's going to cost them about 32 million Ghana cedis. But almost one Gonkoto. Because on say Association of Rural Banks, you know, rural I'm sure some bit me they help. This is important because you had a share police for no side and kwani and show my client. One more serve or any and shaya or my to any near my de bois police and near security and my yet media bo or moho baya. Them say yeah also very fair. You were talking about the nature of driving. Because you were legona. My brother, asuma me say me inconsistent Kessben reno. Nana sikana na esokakra. And luckily for me, na was I asuma me with a very brand new Suzuki Vitara those times.
Okay.
Na baby am consistent sikana Forest Bureau. But me move car no. Na enina na ehwe me around no. Lawyer, so let me see move car no. Wa o feel say akoye o kwei ubetimi a chase no na what me call Jessica friend in some you think twice.
Yeah.
Me say that. You said that dramatize it the way me move car.
The way rascal kakra.
Exactly. Yeah. Vroom vroom vroom. Timmy, yes, I me reverse here me dimeni AC kwenum no brand new car. To me war first year or so no. What is call me corner? Why be boy me say you can't chase this guy. Now, what go first sika before so be two car no cry no. A social environment. How do you think colors are? Security conscious pa the omen had here. Lawyer. Me jina IPS junction Accra. Me train will be motorbike me no eba. When I'm suspecting woman. So because we me security Accra. And when I'm suspecting woman. Lawyer, I'm static car no. Says me call reverse, no more Sammy home. The next person was a victim. Next person was, in fact, possible to come back so car no street. No more was a man static car now, me reverse na I'm Sammy home. The next person was a victim. Now said ye robbery needs to take place at Ewo Hono. We have a say nipa no munim ne keke and woman ne kontokwa. But the point I want to establish is say Samima nye fast and suspecting nipa ya omo bay and starting me car semi move wa gebi akame no mba
so security conscious.
Exactly. And you be move sa van. As wo policeman cry no woni nam no, this is your job. Scan around and see a near ehwo. And what wo drive no so na wo call so na driving mirror say we should. So and all this kind of say taxi na air cross you sense the air cross you say ne wins it's a friend in the side mirror crying na gap down now the best smashing and all the aqua ebema one more chase you na be say a branchy one more a conscious say bibi betimi den esi but won timi ntram seven brilliance sa na say wo the kolebu you know very critical condition. Then we can talk about police for na nkasa so ya befa mo akwada say ono no sika o and wo kokko bo ho ban na sika wo kokko bo ho ne ban de say nya bi ni tuo na ni kura no because the tuo wo be dan na wie kura na wo be twe kokra no na obi kura pistol say wo shoot to that and son atade ne say just raw police atade one knee chest a ibia betimi attract bullet grab protect no enti bank no
and I have my biggest from where omushutu ne baby omushutu ne even if now they are friend bulletproof no crime go put target na so it's the head that was targeted so enti and also so cry was a bulletproof na target to head and that is also a problem.
Yes. So and the entire police, you know, setup, you know, also have, you know, responsibility because when team deploy will be man in yes, and of course, one more AS private job in monitoring, they pay something to police service. They do. So, police service, anything that amount for is saying or on corner. Then again, a sika, adentina abefo, abey, yentin tracking devices, so that monitoring control room the moment I able move car every point of collection, there must be a communication between driver and in the control room, so that they can monitor real time. Abra where they with this cano echo, and as well this can bank. This is a simple technology, and yet too expensive for banks to implement. So I say ubia lusugad.
Okay.
And even box na box na sikane egumono kwa tracking device or box no. It's a boys in komo tamu sikana box na track. A chow almost directly. Yet me follow mo. Almost our security ink bi. We are na eba peto na wo nipa na peto ho de untimi fo ani. But police for so attack them the camera see so now with them. I am spending time on this because the leveler conformal person one go to take money a nipa adasa and a person you born to na Lebanese say you ko born to sa edgy sky then you know if you know won't me avoid it. Say ye be fasika from one point to the other. Even abrochire cry ye fasika from one point to the other. And in particular, ye country who the small, micro, and medium enterprises. Informal sector. Omo and dominate ye. So and you know where they are as a service way dear will be here as a bank. Let us also try even within the informal sector. Say, you be digitize. Na you offers a new payment systems. No, the point is that say Alajiba Omia at the QR code system aba, and I mean I'm a merchant and I made 2 idea. So say about over 45,000 to 50,000 are subscribers. Me QR code ni lawyer kusi babe twa de was scanning ye na money choice no abusa me mfanto mobile money so ana me mfanto bank enti me ankasa na me twa de no me nyisika kra wo bi ansam ana o friend say bank bi aba so oba befa but of course untimi yan 100% ewo omagana because obi wo ha sikana kasana oye na no ye no na you know obeye. Police forensics, I'm talking about more sophisticated modern approach of security.
Okay.
And that is where I think we should be going to end my submission. Lawyer yenchi ni pani na enwe, but I can suspect that there will be a foreigner in this.
Okay.
I can suspect that the will be bewum. Adiana me pesa meka kokusie. The person kokusie and say as on mine you see you were best 44 or 47 of friends say unapproved routes. To say rem kwan bia amanfo to be fad be wura on my Ghana. SSC sorry, immigration service because security there will be as I said SSC immigration service sorry. Let's see a timia kind unapproved route near say about 47 and answer 44 there and just a nipa nim baby nipa fa and yentimi ntra ho alufsa nan saying prisoners be on break jail in Nigeria who say be chi be Ghana omo fa approved route there by na and the answer is no. So anything no idea you know so you
comprehensive security
exactly.
Okay,
you know security training and rate training hey it make me about say nipa you obeko training you find we no
That is also another issue.
And idea say say one nya nipa baako anameboa. There has been an arrest. Yes, the one nya nipa baako. I'm say or finding it difficult say or me mention others no. But I mean him say eventually no or more as to whether IGP must go or must not go. Yeah, the president there. Okay. And national security minister also. So obako so onko be dem visa nyama friend say
maybe that's me ba won chen ebiem Alhaji Ishak Chei Brobe and what any submission on this security issue. If our security should be the concern of everybody. Also be personal security, your personal responsibility. Yeah, na Jana JJ Munipa and nam ho se nkrofo ye se no mo hang around as o mo to ice cream bi as o mo wo apake mo nipa na wo ho no quickly no ma suspect say nkrofo ye up to something. Nkrofo ye koko ameswali information about na say awia ni nyina o matna area where people saw them, but your security awareness the consciousness no e wo fam kakra. Enti yen kasa yen hwe say dia betumi aye e de abo, but we'll come to other related matters. Lawyer, you read the issue of security e wo Ghana CCA utie minority and some security experts in some more car omo ya chima ko wie say security na say e ya GSM enti no mo ka say panfo no en resign minim say wo hu no sa wo no mo ya adwen sa
no hene das me chia tie phone so me jitum say security issues wo ho na me nyintum say GSM me ntimi ko that far because they see in first time be see Ghana ni sanka bi see da na bi see am ye ka say GSM but then never had to say security criminal events are those of late, and the nature and style no more suni idea say I'm sure no maybe be kwa kubi maybe any and there are security issues, and it's good the media has taken it up, for instance, because I just anka minister say IGP beba abekanti mama na no apa he needed to respond. Na de mi huni ya fa security ya fa na jejemu. I mean, as the citizens now can say you bothered about security because you find say Ghana they hard job. That funny presumption no enti obia nya hwe na bibi susia ye kungrofo unzi achi obi. In fact, the police, the killing of the police is an exception to what I'm saying. But Russia MPA I'm swallow wow journalist who nina much that making headway. And that is where the problem is. And yes, Bonena Abrosoa here will be there, but there seems not to be any solution at hand. I mean, if you say one of the solutions, which is a short-term solution, is visibility. Sir, security personnel no abontino bi ehu a boni wotinu you can share it.
But the incident is here so close to a police station.
Exactly, and it shows you that the police is not visible there. What do I say? Because the police is not visible. Say come to India. Because the moment you strike, you meet a police officer who is armed.
Now, some papa or tika armed, unprovoked, and he was the first person out of Shutuna.
Yeah.
Me can't say, and Grofana is so daring say, police did not take car, no crana, or make it was the first target. Po. You did can't shoot no cry before we start your operation.
Because no one is security conscious.
Well,
what do I say? And now, after the incident, you know, what happened? Was there a rapid response? It was to a police station. Police were out, almost for reinforcement. What did they do? What did I say? And apart from civilians, not just security conscious, police forces are Memo incident we see and out to my fresh a group of police station. No near be or tea group home. Now oko baby or now or in the farms, poultry, wire, orange, citrus, Kube is a wonderful place to be the fish pond. And now one or so young information saying Kofobi say Papa Boko Robin. Anadri. Say Chinos Anadri. And now Dotty assembly back at was say but I don't say young corner, yeah, does say I don't want to be mentioned. But I'm just giving you a hint.
A hint.
And our friend has to go to the nearest police station and report. So this is what they have said. I'm sure that night they will give you security. Okay, I'm so nipa.
I'm so nipa.
Nipa ni ho. And pam I do not need 4 people are attacking.
Oh, seriously?
Yes. Now to grandma, and he succeeded in overpowering one of them. Now injuries yes, Crawford so staying and not no as we try. Now Crawford they say the way they are not. Then a day after, in fact, of you and I'm there operations Poku. And number man no. If I Poku man patrol team no number say me push akono. I'm the Poku na number na akoma.
Okay.
And the incident ni see an ofre Poku. And a Poku free petrol for no do na incident next year they went from Kumasi to the place. Now what is even absurd is that the next day and of them say police from say omo be china ko detain because we pray obi. And I'm sorry, sure. No, so
I can't follow about so. Ono what depending on no.
When I'm the police leaving the floor.
Maniana, also money depending. I'm bad attacking now. Omo invite
also innocent person who go brand.
Okay.
And now me Gina man was a female police. And I'm saying, I mean, I said, okay. And I'm saying, Pacho, well, maybe I will say, but I can't just Nkrophobia or nya interview say Nkrophobia be panel. And you didn't do anything about it. So I can't go back station. And I'm see indeed they came there now. I initiate no more prayer. Was I see any secret they heard? And the woman. Now I'm saying now we sabi.
Libana opera. Now or Libana or mono custodiana.
So we are abandoned the call.
Okay.
Then also we are grow 80 per. The evidence they have is that we are grow 80 per.
Libana opera. We are grow 8. Okay.
And the akwana prepare no kwa. And I'm saying can you imagine? Ti azumi say komuku. Young man, and what am I saying? I'm saying that the police should be proactive. Yeah, penny any car, any equipment. I don't believe the police is not equipped. The level of equipment the police is enough for them to work.
No, but lawyer may point and say, a possible say, a be at the time I'll call police station or call you. A possible say, be an passe a couple police in back. My point is say. And then the police for then and to me and relay say look yenya intel to say omo the beba central so omo the beba say quickly division I mean it's not about say wo no police dey back up so nipa no court for name attack na omu
say the BNC they want something to happen American visibility as them they want something to happen before they react. But let us start the policing in a way say ebeye de say ne okura no unya aguguro no koye so because so far how obesia ayi motor na policeman so far obesia car na policeman I think that is going to help because they discourage people say baby anomote for a long time a monitor situation now police force to I'm sure they would have abandoned their plans and it is also a call on the nation to allow the military to come to town now. We are in a situation where we are all crying that security will be a connect. And let us stop the mentality the police body, soldier body, or some barracks, no some civil society.
Unima the current ministry. You see, Ghana for ye nipa bi sometimes they are na ye make us see ye when they come back. Ye homte. You see, kosi koda. Ghanaians who say hey. They say they are then a day. Yeah, na police for ya soldier for mra. Okay. Uko fa soldier for ba na soldier ni kotia I na wo civilian government and wa ko fa military force say and then you see ye complain say enkrofo te kwan na ya frɛ wo regional minister then na kwan ye da ha wo say nipa ene fa ho ena nkrofo abeje kwan ya fa ena wote ho no wabu ani aguso okay regional minister say okay ene ye be clear nipa e Wall Street ni nyina wo clear nipa na journalist krona o kan say nipa te kwan mu ye nya baabi mfa no the microphone aba na regional minister wa wo hwe maami we ya mbobro wa de mamienu ni kuna otom boye bodwa ya wa be pamni ode ne bade no mbedi enti de na wo kan fa ho na microphone tua na ode be tua wa no we na o expect so be respond. My point is that me hu dia ya na ye hwehwe because you cannot eat your cake and still have it. Ye person military from member they are trained to kill. Omo training ni say omo be doko omo bama they will use omo training to resolve issues and Ghanaians will say adena makofa soldier for say omo harass here COVID time you know what happened.
I know
that's the problem that we have
and make us my nyase military board omo place in Kwane barracks me program to say cause prior to make statements they should stop harassing users of motorbikes.
Oh, I see.
Now they are treating everybody as if they will be a criminal. And I'm saying this is the problem we have in this country. When you attempt to act as a boy, who joins you as a boy? Now, motor riders, before you some they say now you need come. Say making sure say every motor that passes by is well registered. The person who is using it is licensed to do that. That is not harassing them.
No.
That is making sure say you are protecting the civilians.
Lawyer
Major threats.
say omo ye ejuma hospital catch in 1 month nipa ukada any sa tricycle a pragia ne hwan nipa edi dem nipa ewuo 1 month with sa de ne ye catch wa wo yem behyew who make attempt to say and then na yensi sa de na no say yem famfa nipa. You have MPs saying, say, I na ye microphone na yes identity, na you turning into politics, na be tribalistic, na ye jaka, na ye team sa. See, that's the country Ghana for you.
Of course. We have a difficult.
Oh, krana no power nam.
I'm saying scout kan.
Oh, says scout. Say turning into harassment too. And they harass you or pokanu. What banner ya no the name pokanu. And then the area for Saturday we Saturday we yet a home share Omunia no be
immigration and Crawford did not check cars a Uraho. Omunia to Makuna no check his uncle. And therefore to say over says no. And these people are not even most of them are not Ghanaians.
Most about 90% are not Ghanaians.
I know parents are going to Biase. Near the initial, but not going to Biase without documentation. Now, Usman Custom Police.
Your security is some
Oko Anglaga Junction. Anglaga Junction. There be a Macron runabout there. However, what's not wonderful. Yes. The back came to you for 2008. No, a I said child for you. And Uberdro no.
The man and yet one
and apart from that, I'm saying technologically also move a little bit forward. I agree that a place like New York, crime rate in them is in Ghana. And the technology by itself will not prevent it. But at least a bit me and my chiwoma omudisa nyambra sem no na chese uko aye disincentive so uko wie ye becho CCTV camera mount I'm sure so apart from 5G on best source no a good idea because technologically it is going to make sure say security ya check you say omo me kidnapping I'm say camera ni be to me capture ama it's a very good idea, and I'm sure there's so common room where police for no it's quite exciting. Ota koko chasing game more information or can it almost every time. It's very good. We should look at all the possible technological bit me afford. Me start tracking system. Sir, in don't try the pilot to blow back I mean. Tracking system, private people, because it's not expensive. The whole financial institution, do even to be a more calm. now to mean track can as a big crazy among. I think that the IGP was right when he says having Kwana Bonini, but probably the way manner he presented it, you know, yeah, sophisticated there. Obviously, the technology of stealing will also change.
Yeah.
And so it is up to us. Oma yedi to me asho msana so almost ebe making sure say Oma is smart enough to meet them when they change. And the making sure say technology be here be able to meet the achi akronfo editati. In fact, I woke up one morning, I was going out of my house. Then I met this guy, not if you know, if you first if you do not to say if you feel. And I'm Amaza. What do you want here? What do you want to do? Now, but you want to meet here. I'm saying, please, what is it? So I called somebody, said, Munchino, no, so, Debbie, men, I'm saying, Umre na Abetna. What Baba you operation did out here? Now, I'm warning you, we will take your head off. So, what's one? I'm far, what about it? Who teach me between me child here cry be saying I'm a teacher for busy you can't. It's not an excuse. You can't just come and sit and so in front of somebody's house. So let us be our own security personnel.
Yeah.
In fact, you have the first responsibility to protect yourself and send the police in Naba. Because police in no engineer they too about no better to you. And the one case measures when I would take here. May I have taken enough measures in my house, but it's not enough.
Enough, yeah.
And police for that is why you also have to have a number. BBC offer. You don't need to go to the person to tell the person. What can police say? But who's people? They will quickly come. And media, I believe in the Ghana police to the extent say police in Uba Asama. A quite be for be on Betchino. And then it means that they have the know-how. But the commitment is what they don't have.
Okay.
So I'll urge the Ghana police to be as committed when a policeman is dead to those ordinary people in the society. Nipa ubebrea yenyo where there's an incident and will be able to, through mysterious means. No say person postmortem of autopsy or something. Now the matter is before the police. They went to the pathologist to do the examination. The pathologist pathologists on mayors ayina postmortem na. Yes, say won't be 3,000. So Ghana police abusians no betimi dia munkoye. And yes, I did you see, I think that as part of the security, police should take it up and make sure that the state medical institutions, either they will debit the police service or they will do it free of charge because they abandon them.
And as of mine, you better take a step near him, Rabbi said, situations I at a bar. I was saying this bill no a court to Abia. National officers absorb or something. So that because police in India when they find the police and
this is a big problem. So I think that we will do better if we decide to go that way. But overall, no, the way it is because it gives the criminals the confidence. So after you want to so no matter
another omoko attack another billion your friend billion van no be and then every omoko attack but unfortunately for them no police for no outsmart omo wo kaswa kwan no so ha enti omo ntimi anya we need patrol team no quickly na call your mutimi rush to the scene almost start here omo the robbers na omo power the robbers in the process omo anya obi am kono dia but omo the van no call we need police custody for investigation so a comfort no be daring ade na asi aye ka ho asema aye
when certain happen when you just sponsored when you see the trend in this manner then it could be sponsored say yeah heti has not just say and yes adebia happen randomly but a group of people who have plans say this is what we are going to do and we will make sure that there's insecurity in the system. And the government should take a serious view of these happenings and begin to drones near they are doing now, but I think that they should do better than they are doing.
Okay.
The police will be doing cameras are bad, drones are bad. Also, TV monitoring, tracing, yes, I sure.
I got excited when I saw CCTV cameras of every joint.
Every joint.
Yeah, the ACC horn. Because me, my candidate say, yeah, use artificial intelligence na MY, so that nipa ba to control room na or monitor and the man kasan krofoi. Nka every stage bia joint bia omo fa bia they will be tracking. Ibe unso omo twem omo fa ha. Another one be capture omo say hanom de omo ani ache. Another one na narrow baby kro na e be hwehwe. I think so that is also commendable, and like you're saying, no other measures I was saying. But remember back to Sha quickly on this one. Now you free on other issues. Now, utie security experts. Ewo kroma and sama or more can say security and penny for your mom contract. And a day disenchant and I said they ebufu ana say moran omo a ababuo ona osusu say e wo say mpanyimfo bi a waduru won pempe so call retirement tekro no mo susu take over na ya ma mpanyimfo no contract ne susu say sa na tie de ane ensusu no ye gidigidi ye betra ho na woni sa nkrofo no ya adwen say eno ka ho bi e na ye hu ni aye hu ya na.
Not entirely. Say, occur within the service, not more bottlenecks in the mobility within the service. The person Michana say, a coincidence be woman kasam penim for now or more hono. EDSCCM, Quarano, Equine, Emma woman so. Oh, yeah. Corporal, or my mayor, sergeant, or my inspector, or my time, conquer chief inspector, and conquer minimum rank in a year. So, and could do ACP, the Keka Honia. Some consider be one Memphis and Mummy as Omshani can say. Now, Ombodia some streamline and obey or per se, obey training, no was high school be further studies. Said the Bayer, and no Becaswama, what to me. Apeja, what rise it through the ranks, you know. You know about you know I say you know money far better because you know bema obia or pese okonanim bia no obetimi ayeden akonanim. The final touch say when be IGP and I say on your IGP and then the top part na your president na appointed there. You know the constitutional when I my lucky many lawyers me no ntem emrano na my president who took me say well no one only those appointments so you know say yes sisa emrano and some for age limit be say we umfie no bru say ya untimi nye IGP no sa no nye MI dia and then just I said there yeah, can no experts' opinion, and as the man for an express opinion. Yeah, share down more modern to one more potting be as on mine. You didn't she be to her now will be a when your 60 years are retire. But you see, when it comes to certain professions, the older the better. I would not agree for a second, say. Lawyers may know they are 70 years, very strong, you know, and that lawyer be what 35 years, 40, while you're young Nintino, and the 70-year-old lawyers must give way to them. I don't think so. Because why more and more experience, why more and more exposed, why more and more cases, it may be what contributes to even the development of the profession. So, you know, Drew, side na yana ikakra. I mean, look at lecturers. When I was in University of Ghana, when we were there, Professor Dubois, no bia no Chinese history. Nipakro efrimu. You know, at that time, no, na Professor Albert Duwahin was the only person who could step in or continue with the Chinese history, for example. And even Ambra no out of service, no presidential candidate for him in New Patriotic Party Krano. Now Professor Duwahin Bahano just to take Korano through. I think normally a masters to take them through. Side debate in the
okay.
You know, but my info we in chat to. Now say another Danko Kufuado launch a security strategy. Me a security person. So the content of the strategy mean to me in Kasam Fan say me chere madwene e wo ho sa o mo chere madwene na so ya can be name aspect of having a security fund is dear to my heart. One of them and you know lawyer Kusi kan say what friend is say autopsy obi ewu kwan of us so we no ye dwene say nipa boni ni bi na ato akana no na diane na ni nsuo no de aduru agum na bi nipa kro ewu se ye bomodin timi ko hunu ade no ne timi hunu kwan of us so de man no say ye nsuo say ye aduane say ye den na de ko wura nipa kro no body a ye betimi trace ye hunu nipa o man nsuo no na de o man aduane no and the type of aduane nyina ye betimi asa analysis nyina do this happen yet me ache no now omun critical omun de be yes of friend say autopsy dinti no ijama naka sa ni pa boni no da ho te system no a another person bit me be target or bit me akana no sa security fund me fi say wa they can apply so no more use so ni nyina de boy nyina you know ya ho ban enti no me fi say yakin den share to we as quickly as possible young creative fund no inflows baby be free beba say vatimo say mo say oil mo emra na ye mfa metachre na security in there is as important as you know as the economy
maybe that's meba obi me call lawyer William Kusi on this one lawyer yen hwe sa security analyst or expert can say president and our ma pombo contracts nkrofo e wa chire no say onko na wo so mbra no mo action others are saying say we was oko now say ye narrow asem no ba say ye narrow no to sa ade we say because of one person be a man contract in tin de sa nema we ba reflective of the situation on the ground.
Oh, I'm not sure say it's reflective, but it's worth considering. So, ebia no per se, but na akofa bibia ba. Ebia disenchantment bi o police service muna. Amran san ba e kan say no. No mo do mo ni hwehwia no mo tete ansem. Because sabi obi assist no call police no to me cause no university or second degree or as part of by IGP. And to delay ni ma na se bedu no so na obi wo na se also corner to one corner e bona yi and I personally have taken a personal contract no needless kuma se nya experience bi commander bi ha me na fi so onya ontwetewu in terms of an extension of time I didn't understand because if you look at his performance I don't see any reason why such a person should such a person's contract, see a contract. No, act say, they broso, say other police officers in Timinia, but will be on him no be or 7 for another 2 years. Can we say that is not fair?
Okay.
There should be a succession plan. No matter how efficient you are, woman and so on. I'm not saying with this sister called retirement, they do called retirement.
Okay.
Near pool of experts beer when they are even retired. My foot and no name bit my police service. And the name is so now say 31. Me could couple. Now me babejis is minim sarge, minim ya police from Fanchemi. Now me buy ASP, DSP, ACP. Now me bedu killed WZ. Now for the do me so say do say commissioner. Obitam soon the next 2 years. Likely I can get the opportunity. Now say ya obviously. I better say Supreme Court bencher. Obi Chief Justice said we have for man across the carpet. So what do you say? And you can see the sentiment.
Before I don't see him. Okay. So Punch and I will share on Kessben television or sign 80 in Yumbre on Kessben radio. We are discussing national security issues there in instance war at the Mayan and Yumbre with Ishak Shea Brobe, who is a strategic communicator for the New Patriotic Party and also a lecturer at Kumasi Technical University, a private legal practitioner, lawyer William Kusi, Ucheno Enyumbre. Messages are Modiaba Ebino na Ushe van bullion van in quote. Our attacking was a Gomwa or Cheko or Kaswa Winiba Road na. The same strategy and this time round so more targeted the driver's seat police nina na otiwono. So they fired Oshesa that side the one now omo we na na but oye fast and oma driver no as the driver to speed off and omo calling for reinforcement. Oh, and omo buy omo police omo robbers, so 6 of them. Wow. Gun exchange. So it tells you, say, a strategy or more fast they will because we see just now you can want way. So that tells you how daring they are.
That will support the argument that there's insecurity
and it may also be sponsored by some people for them. So the police must be
everybody should be careful.
Must be up and do it. Anyway. Okay, so share message and you lawyer, good evening to you. To me, the security service in this country are not serious. Per what Honorable Ishak was saying, do we have such gadgets as financial institutions? The answer is big no. The security service should do something to curb this insecurity in the country. Okay, this one is coming from Danso Abiam. Danso Abiam sends us this message this evening from Achim Bompata. Now this one, thank you for your discussion, Brian Atimatim as Soren Quanta sends us this message. Now this one says, good evening to you. I'm listening to you live from Obuasi. Ask them when someone stab a person to death, you have to pay amount of money for postmortem before we can arrest the person because something has happened here in Obuasi. Semna na lawyer William Kusi air can incident nana. Kwaku Stephen I have for that dear swaba. Good evening to you, lawyer. Ghanaians want IGP to go where? What the IGP said is true. Ghana is not like heaven. So let's stop the propaganda and partisan politics. God bless Ghana. Lawyer, greetings to Yawusu Brimpong, my man of hope. Now, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Kwaku Ben says he's sending us this one from Asenua, and PP man is on point. Okay. I think IGP should be changed every year. It's Dozy from Koforidia or CEBA or CSSI IGP. Baroski from Asiswa says National Security Minister, Interior Minister, and Defense Minister should sit up because our security are heading towards the wrong direction. Hi to Nana Safu Kantanka Siriwa Hene. This one says, good evening to you. Okay, I can hear what you just posted. Good evening to you, lawyer. Your panelists have dealt with the issue unpolitically. Please ask the authorities for me. When will NAPCO trainee will be since for the past 3 months? Okay, NAPCO trainees, you say 4 months you've not been paid. Thank you for your discussion, bro. What sense as this one? Okay, this one says, good evening to you, lawyer. As Ghanaians, we urge Ghana police to do tough investigation to arrest these criminals. Okay, so as Ghanaians, we urge Ghana police to do tough investigation to arrest those criminals. Don Simon from Kwanta South sends us this message. This one says, lawyer, I don't agree with those calling for the head of the IGP, Duka from Ashtown, since this one from Abbey's Park. Mr. Bismarck Yeboah, a driver at Apex Bank, please. I wish to urge my fellow drivers to drive with security, driving using their driving mirror. Mostly, also the police also should get down when it's time for the cashier going inside to count the money. They should get out from the car. Well, he is a driver himself and he's giving some insight into police for to be a sloppy. Otika num kra we no akwaji tampiko na omiamia ni phone so na or yeah WhatsApp. Security person. Lawyer, good evening to you, please. You do know that when you come to Bekwai Municipal, a town called Jesse Chrome, the community members have attacked a female physician assistant in charge of the community clinic with the aim that she was late to attend to a sick child. Now the facility has been closed down. Thank you. Hey. Asemo. So when the baby panel Ken Wood from Tadi say, I am an PP communicator and regional member in the Western region, but the truth is that we allow NDC and their cohorts to set agenda for discussion almost every week, and also those in authority who can give true explanation and reaction to NDC propaganda too busy and allow NDC freedom to feed the Ghanaians with their lies, which can worry us in general election. Let us invest and revisit our total communication setup. Ministers, MMDCs, and those in authority should involve themselves in MPP government communication. This says Ghanaians are not safe in the country. Isaac from Takrady. Well, good evening to you, lawyer. I never knew the Punch as such an educative program. God bless you. Please, I second everything that lawyer is saying. The police are doing well, but this is the time they need to work harder to bring these robbers down. From Sir Esco Sefshi Manse, greetings to all players and staff of Soccer Boys SC at Manse. Okay. The IGP has served after retirement for a very long time, and he should step aside for others whose opportunity have come to also serve. Enoch says, okay, Mr. Enoch Jesse from Achiman Ponua says, in Ghana, our security is very poor. The government needs to improve it. Now, this one says, okay, good evening. Fix cameras around. It's with 3 policemen so they can give information to them. If not, putting cameras without police is nothing. Well, that's a fantastic point he's making here. Good evening to you, lawyer. I am called Pelasco. I am testing from Asante Achim Agogo. In fact, the robbery cases in the country are becoming too much. It's on the rise. We should stop politicizing this sensitive issue and deal with the issue with all seriousness. The robber doesn't know MPP or NDC member when he or she is on a robbery mission. I agree with you 100%. We have to depoliticize the robbery issue. Osman Abdul Wahab from Tamale says, thank you for giving me this opportunity. We, the people of Ghana, are tired of the so-called national security. We plead on government to stop it because they do more harm than good. Thank you. Well, national security is also doing what it has to do to protect life and property. Maxwell from Takwa says, please, so I want to ask where the robbers get the gun, like the AK-47. Well, that's also a legitimate question that he's asking. AK-47 guns, no? You say, I mean, him say a ton or baby, I will be able to go. What is preventing His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo from terminating his contract? Ghanaians have lost hope, and if a new phase will do, Alan Beba Modia Drew. Okay, Ghanaians have lost hope, and a new phase will do. Okay, that's your opinion anyway. Lawyer, in fact, you don't see anything wrong with the NPP. Why? You are so political. Ex-do Asokori. Well, though I'm a political animal, and I try my best to steer the affairs here. If after this security discussion, all you see is this politicization, well, that's your opinion. I respect it and I salute your opinion. Then security in the system is a clarion call on the president to provide more logistics for the security agencies to deliver efficiently for the protection of the populace. Pa Kofi from Pankrono sends us this message, and this one says. The question is, I have personally observed over the years that someone has to die before we act. In cases of road accidents, drowning in river bodies, etc. Fazer from Kumasi is sending us this message. My name is Obi. I am really enjoying your program. Please, when is Eric Che appearing on the program again, because I really like his analysis. God bless you. Well, Eric Che, I'm sure soon you'll find him on the program. Lord, giving it to you, I'm of the opinion that all of us should be wary of those we see around us and report them if we suspect them. I am Prince, Yacht Executive Hotel Limited, Chebi, and that the time sending us this message. Teacher Kujo from Tepa, and Ususu says, we are our own enemies. Those armed robbers live in the community with us, and we know them, but we are not ready to report them. We wait till they strike, and then we blame the police. I think the government should deploy the military to assist the police in combating crime. Greetings to Chairman Odene Kwakuapia. Kwakuapia, ne maame yenu ye kwasiada. Ocha ni de na kwasiada wa beboa no why. Good evening to you, lawyer. I am Charles from Kumasi. Let our security personnel arrest the children who use force to beg and deport them to their respective countries with their parents. Well, I agree with you. As new Satan seeing them every morning on the road. Now, and cry, they are terrible. I wouldn't pay for a day. I dare paper windscreen and ebi the track abo for car mom ko yomo. One mom si car they bank your car. Terrible. What? I said minim dia afasa ade we ho there. Good evening to you, lawyer. I think our security services, especially the police, are not proactive enough. They only act when something has happened and the harm has been done. 3 days ago, armed robbers robbed some women who were going to Kitekrache market for fish. The police at that district should know that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, that particular road at Tebubu Kwame Danso Road is always busy, and the police must patrol along that road 24/7. Okay, so plenty messages. Let me check my time and rush to my panel members. Last two, I went to eat at a choba somewhere in Obuase. There was a young man in his early 40s with a boy of 3 years old in uniform at the place eating. The small boy was too timid. There was another guy next to them questioning the man about the small boy, and they pissed off. I then report to them, Mr. Man, don't get pissed off. We have all heard about the kidnapping case. We just want to make sure if it is truly your son. I think that we should all begin to question those things, and I think you do the right thing by questioning that guy. He has no cause to have any issue with you. OPK from God. So, hey, OPK message may read it to me because anytime. OPK Ghana is safe and visionary and competent and hard and the government with their good governance. So if NDC are saying there's insecurity in Ghana, then in their 8 years it was worth with the killing of the late Honorable JB Dankwa, late Honorable Selkwa Chief. Okay, then it will continue politicization. No, Atiasima, I don't know. Well, this one says, how can someone whose husband died when he was the MO from Fancy Film constituency from... Okay, well, I'm not getting the drift, but... okay. Hi, what's the work of the immigration service? Boy from DSO Central Region will want to know. Well, Immigration, they are doing immigration. Assalamu alaikum, lawyer and your panelists. Your program very useful, informative, and educative. Keep it up. All the best from brother Abbas Ajumako Mando in the Ajumako Enyan district of the central region. Okay. This one says, good evening to you, lawyer. Please ask the IGP how many armor cars do the police have, and how can he ask the banks to purchase an armor car? If the banks can afford an armor car, they wouldn't have asked for the police escort. Thank you. My name is Robert Osei Buenim. Well, that was the arrangement with the Bank of Ghana, the police, and the banking institution. They agreed to some of these things. So it is very simple. IGP is saying if you cannot provide that security, then we will also deploy the police to come and guard these cars. Car no be who I as a car, you the top bread, you know. You the packing bread. I mean, why? Good evening to you, lawyer. Please, the police should set up, instead of them to be alert on duty, you see them busy on WhatsApp. Ya boating Kumasi. Yeah, what's happening there? They say, I want to say, baby, I point now, you see visibility, yeah, ho. What's happening? What's happening? Good evening to you, lawyer. I am Prince from Kuforidia. I want to thank you for your in-depth discussion, and I want you, please tell the authorities to pay NAPCO trainees. It's been 3 months, no allowance. Well, NAPCO trainees, that one too is a security issue. Walanyo in Akwatia said, this is not the first time armed robbers are attacking Billion Van. Couldn't authorities have found a more secured means of transporting money and to extricate the lives of the police for even once? You see how we are incompetent as a nation. Well, we're doing our best. Quotation master from Kumawu Akrokari says the MP hasn't done anything to the town. Oh, okay, we are not talking about any MP here. Well, quickly, let me go back to the. Okay, let me do 3 minutes so that we're 9:20, and then we'll come back to the studio. Now, this one says, I am Ishiraba Anelka, a shaman constituency. President Anado's government will continue to roll out social interventions. Okay, good evening, Mr. Host. Insecurity in this country started when the NDC National Party chairman, his elder Ufosuampofo, stated in his alleged leak tape by encouraging criminals to kidnap, to kill, in order to make this nation ungovernable. So I wonder, he's still roaming around greeting. So, well, this man is being prosecuted. He's still roaming about as you think. Good evening to you, lawyer. I'm enjoying your program at Oti region. Okay, Ketekrache District Police Station is Eric Jamfi Kwajo. Okay, Kwajo, good evening to you. I'm sure you're doing well. Lawyer, thank you, and I thank you too. Okay. So this one says, lawyer, good evening to you. The police service should be up and doing. Also, Parliament should also change some of our laws and punishment of criminals and murder cases and stop the unwanted argument they do there. They should put ink to the death sentence for Abi here. Okay, I'm also Prestia Ohene Valley District Census this month. Okay, this we are coming to that issue, whether or not to abolish this death penalty. We should scrap it from we're coming to that issue soon. Okay. Okay, Yana inside Anumabo. You're saying, how can someone whose husband died when he was the MP from Fantiman constituency and he was killed, but because of his security, and now his wife is the MP from Fantiman constituency, instead of the wife to fight for her husband dead? See what she's okay. Well, that's the point, because the wife was a police person. He thinks that the wife should have been out there looking for the bed rest and not being an MP. Good evening to you, lawyer. It is only Ghana which we don't like experienced persons to work. Compare Kufuor's era and Nanado's era. Nanado's is suffering a bit because of inexperienced ministers. Alex Adabo from Sunyani sends us this beautiful message. I think our security isn't totally out of hand. What we need to do is get more bulletproof and weapons for Ghana police, and also advice I will give to Ghanaians is that we need to be vigilant and security conscious. When you see something, say something. Peter Tade. Oh, Peter, that's I agree with you. Good evening to you, lawyer. I'm Sarah Juso. Why should police live in the barracks? Police should live in our community. Government should sack all police officers from the barracks. Well, this is also a point people have raised, which we also have to look at. Now, let me come quickly to this death penalty, scrapping it from our books. Mr. say, every lawyer William Kusi. View the same. Ebi say, Amnesty International say, a dehumanizing. Set Sabrewe still now, no young there, oh my God, I keep a death penalty, your books. Almost say, you free home. Nah, so be kumobia, your man of life imprisonment. Nah. Ebi say no, let's maintain the death penalty. Ukuma was see Kubia and all that. Many Mujina hey.
Well, Mijina, sir, ye free, ye man, na, me free baby amnesty free ban. Because amnesty, money to a bar, a man bar, and crater, eventually, course no air bassy. Now, show me the entire American sound say Ghana for a Nipakubi, you will GDA any entity. Now, for some time now, another man found free of 1990 constitution, but the information the enemy said, as the president be a bar, or my Abraham Kumfono. One sign now, you go Yoma and go Kuma or see there be one sign. And now, of course, services are pimping. Not just say. Yan kasa se ni pakuo no anya de ya ni ji hu se obi ebo ne de ni tuma ozi ekunu. Otherwise coming from 92 to now no nke ayebi na say ade bi aye ntimi nya de ya na books mu ye den. But that is where I'm coming from. But I don't discard the idea kura say ye you afuro no ehun ni faso also. A coin be our first kunipa be another old sub fatagras or benam nipum. At you modern quans or fun where you be a fruit no son or so you free. And to me, I don't discard it. But the point is that young Casas, Timam phone and a Ghana phone, young person, you may sign me a cuckoo.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's all President Bill was saying,
okay, so President and Sanya. You bet me, like I said, Chester Ghana for the Empesa, you best sign.
He represents Ghana.
Because Ghana for 1979 na omo boji nkrofo so say omo kunkum nkrofo let the blood flow omo nye saga na fo ya na etiwe
omo ye bia but omo timu ponum sunsun ya na yakotim e dia ma nipa ba ko friend president the first gentleman and they did to me actually sir he represents the country when it comes to decisions and this successive presidents but no bia say me the minister ya baby so be mo free me so dia na che say ye ni
and ye free
exactly
and the basis say ye free on say because the president sign no
say nipa ye anka say timomfo no ye ni sa de ni
okay
otherwise obu ha kumbu ha utia you will not hesitate in fact me tie no so me botua abaso for his sincerity
yeah
because if you are going to be appointed as a minister you know what the amnesty people are saying human rights activists in some of them now obi akwa appoint to minister to me corner sincerely who can say media I just say he's going to be a good leader obi a odin ho na oje niam bi odi ati obetumi push and that is the kind of people we want as leaders and me born abaso pa to keep that position amnesty the minimum problem because o mani om dey share issues no I need your mementias here. And now so much is about the human right, be a human right. Everything has become human rights issue. So say we should remove laws and regulations, things to discipline people. We should remove everything. We are not like that. Just only a boy. We were born as moral beings. Thou shalt not. Yamon kukosa yamon military sa. What you say? E do dey we amnesty ba say enema o ha e dey boy ho ba me any pursue there dey ye nyi free ho because human rights say obi a dey opa. Not just say sebi you are introducing sickness into the system. And you know even though we are meeting at a point now I want to explain say me amnesty for I team ponti me jigana di me je say African me je say na me say no boy to ha. And this ye wo gidie bia na say anu ne pese ye di bobra why not
okay
nya say emra bi firi bi ne yakoye unim say ne ye laws wa e go for UK laws na ya copy paste na ye di committee bi at some na law making you know ko to kan na grammar no ma ye no say law. That has been a problem with our legal system. And now the laws be bro wa ye find we implement because you copy and paste. But ye ni pam sunu e de na free mu ba send ye hu ekum for e ba say ye di be she ebu send ya react to it. Unya hu ni sana hu say majority believes that we are a people who can be given a second chance. Me a typical example. There are two people who are given death sentence. I eventually omopie. Omopie me ni omubompunipu abrabomu. Obi atumi badini. And then they are making progress in life. They are changing lives.
G-Man, for instance, attending to a software is saving life. But I don't know.
Exactly.
Obana G-Man ekum ni kruno. Obana ne mba and the petition call say president and pardon no and omo pardon now Bible until now told was better software or
and look at G-Man incident. It could have happened to anybody.
Very pathetic, you know.
Me your case go Ashtown. Akwabiti mantem no gangalia. Obi ano attack na boy biba. Or they call some the guys who finds or they call sooner and to call more. No conference kind of guy no table so no boot table and to this guy bono ni duan bono ni duan bo akwa no ana akwa no bu hie no mu ya ye ni begina court you were kunipa and you can say nipa yenkuna probably he didn't do it, he didn't form the mind say me kwa kuku akwa we
say any say jury was convicted.
Well, in fact, we succeeded in getting bail because the magistrate thought that he should have been charged with manslaughter. I mean, did you say I don't see me the free go many problem, but I know Biani Ekuna Ebony who are Nyama here in the Sunni Banu who are also
okay. But as Semeko is actually Brobihona, my question so Bibisa, one send a message in the Usha already the Constitutional Review Committee reports are moya. Liaunya free that was the point on their planet in Yomo Troye, and they say Ghana for the door to say Yen free ho. Now, as to what I say you free because of their lawyer could see, can say your president inside into you, say you free because a say. Civilized countries in United, if you want to be free, that one I don't want to say it now. Make a shark chamber going opinion on this.
Yes, that's it, and I'm happy he started. May admire the perspective, no, but may free experience me no be, and eba. Let me start with a happy no man me was United Kingdom and a brand here and no 22 years and a jailing no of a crime na also omo abolish death sentence no to life imprisonment 22 years no. As at the time where fresh evidence emerges, say, and you on one, no, 45 years. no 45 years na omu yi fresh evidence na abrantie no 24 hours every single television station if at the dano so sa compensation aban it chaman no na nyesika ketwa nti emu say ho say enipa yebua wo kumfo si enkoku wo no en nukura pa se bone no wo no di ye enti ayese yenkono no na de mi kana se mesenki yekun no ena kire ekokoba ne se enye ono no di sa bone no a na chese oman no ankasa nyina emuja wayansa if oman no mra no so ena edi gina ya edi kun nipa no to the entire nation no na muja wayansa. Then another example, United States. Ono so no at the age of 24, rape monato ne de to no so. Ono so koda mu 24 no, emra evidence shows say enye ono ano. No wanya 55 years. Just say the entire youthful age no nyina I destroyed na a US in the ninu baba akoya de part say every just want to keep you in touch with the brother na and it's so exciting yenunti examples me anyway kire me say enye nipa nyina an ye de bone anase asam ato omo so asam no eso se sese yebuo mu kumfo na yekobuo mu kumfo na yedi omo kokotum enam se yedi omo tum a yanku omo no akire eba bededi se omo kwa na enye omo a ema yedi yi omo I mean say yewo examples we say ewo hodia ene na se enipa no 20 kra de na correct and emra no ewo ho ni ntino yekum nipa 2 a omo de nanka eni neni kensenke de omo tumu afebo a enka kire no sa nipa 2 no nka omo nkwa enka yitimi esebuye
okay
yanunti medie my position is a death sentence no the ye free ye mran mu na enka kababwa na say wo the lawyer kusi position so say be count there then it means a consolidate no but you know perfectly funny tum life sentence life imprisonment funny tum afebo nti ye no ene highest punishment ne there any odemu afebo so odemu afebo no ne say examples me nya baby baba betoa na che so man no nya dia yensa moja bia yensa na say koba na say yen ne ye mra ya hehye no say komunipa yen komunipa no say yeso omo a omo ye death in so no sentence no omo ye 66
death row no 66 66 55 am and a 5 am president ye be hwe kra na bia sa number we kra no na e free e bia Hillary man so ana nkoma penso I will be the last time president signed one, I think that was 1993 JJ Oba that was, I think that was first and the last one I was signed under our current constitutional dispensation.
Okay.
And since then, we are signed BBM.
Okay, what's that?
Just one person.
One person. So, ne say ushe 66 year bi o be sentencing crana before rolling 79.
Yeah.
So, engineer say the lawyer kusikan sa na tie president bia nsam yenkum obi. So nti say sa na tie dia ene ne ye da ho ekipu ye den na phase so no say dia mekan sadodo no akra no nemra no che no say we di kumfo ene ne kre say wo mo tisa ewuo no nti yenkom a na die ne ho son ba ku bi be frame na me ne be frame na nemra ko no am yetumi ko mo na chiri yehunu say nyom kra ene ye edi sa abone no a just o mani na ye sa ye moja.
Okay.
So nti no media death sentence I share different opinion against Deputy Attorney General.
Okay.
Chia.
Okay. Well, maybe so my position here. I am 100% in accord with what the Deputy Attorney General and Minister for Justice designate Chia Yeboah Okaya. My point is that senior okay, isolated case. If I have a personal friend, I say way back time the year 2000. Now from TV, program. That's that time now. Me co program who as a panel member. Now Obia President Kufuor about 2001. Or pardon or mono na okahobi na oya brantia or London or ye masters that time no or modern Rollins no time na PNDC time yes so ombe ku young guys and the chiomo and I Peter Namfuru time or more yes ye do mo asem me convict omo for treason and they do mo na ka wo say kumomo and for some reason they kept them and that time lawyers couldn't na Ghana no mususu se kwan omo fa so omo di omo asem e convict omo no na enye kwan papa so de na do dan kwa kufu ado ya ne lawyers bia na omo ka ho omo fight ya eventually no President Kufuor ba na obe pardon omo and omo yi ni free inside one prison e ba na no he came on the program of Fonton from that time many other can from Pomanson there who soon on the program. Now all narrative na sem say oh sad death row send ya worker say sad death row no say oh ho every single minute I beba abeno ke that way no say the duane cry the day brewa I am share the bro because who nim when na ye beba say ye baba be you ni akwa kuku. Now he's a very young person serving his country Ghana. Okay. Now there are situations inside the panel say or life sentence na yenkuna I don't have a problem because as a kwanya efa so I convicted no unche dai huni. Now obi wo ha e bia na se na William Kusi kan say oni obi altercation na through that and I'm so many panel me my legal aid case a obi aboga ofra brochira bedru na obedru ye na ya frɛ no sɛ kotwi wa ma ne maami nnua eba ɛna wato ahye ono ne maami so ɛna ɔboro ne maami ne nnua ba ofi hɔ kɔka yɛ so waka ne nnua ba na kan ne maami na ɔboro mo ɛna watwe se kan sɛ wo abɛbɔ de bɛwɔ ɛna ɔmo frɛ ono no ka kyerɛ no ɛna aboga wa ba yɛ bo ne maami ne nnua ba ɔfa tax and on this speed okodru ho no nya akwa no kwa struggle akwa no be won se kan no yes smart or ye na se kan no ko akwa no and akwa no ewuye tabo mo de that case ma me legal na wa dem so I needed to see how best go can I say ma boga fra bruchira ba we abeto na esan we abeto na wa dem Attorney General for aye busa obi anya ready mpo say o baba be di adanse na wa dem eventually nyankopa adom yetumi nya ma yeyi no what I'm saying say nipa no if you nkunu no life is many problem but them fan say am robbers here omo abo police ni tu a otika ma on provoke ya fire na kum no say ye koche no na ye hu say akwa we na to sa tu we na ye di na asem na ye convict no for murder me say the power ye say ye ngoku na me bo mani kra I was in court that time Justice Samuel Tena or second court 2 and the di fulani phobia be gina hɔ na ye di omo asema nurse ni awa pon ejuma okofie yakɔkye na akɔhye da moto a yesi a yewie ya omo awrepi na de sebi ambaahye wona se prepare na eya adom na wangu no mo nim se wawu na omo abandon no omo akyekyere na bo we ya kye se for be 2 days or so ena obitumi eco rescue no and omo nya nkrofo na omo so be such a person no ye dina asem na ye bua no kumfo na ye kum na I don't think say but incident I will come right say bia rape bi onya sure ne sa ne man but where obi aya kye no in the act say wa kum ni papa gruesome murder and e bi wa kochi akora bi atwa de ti so de ko yesika duro na ye di wa asem awie ni a convict for murder na president besan a na ye say ye mount na ma e bi anada o so the panel de me ye kum na hallelujah I think say to serve as deterrent so me need ye boa position ye pepe e bi president bi wo ho a e bi oba obesan maybe a president as incidents like that me moment the cry na masan me akukumom because e be serve as deterrent to other people but the bi wo ho na situation no because ye jury no so no cry system na na e be problematic into hwe scenario bi na obi e wo defro ko tie na se na oda ho na wo life ai bia na da chi bi cry na tie ya na wanya paro be fine that's okay but that is I'm not supposed to take a position but this one that is my position others will disagree with me but I love disagreements. Okay, so yeah, that must send the message. My main can messages. I must send the abano be. Then we'll continue from here. Okay, good evening, lawyer. We should not support the death penalty because some of them are innocent. So if we kill them, how can they come to life? Yana Insao Yana. Yes, only a inform you know ya me no ya but I support say baby so I was here come. Good evening. I am Baba Amando inside Asankragwa Western region. Thanks for your discussion. Ghana national security not serious at all, especially Asankragwa police. How they treat drivers, hey, it's too bad. It's not how they treat criminals here. Okay, police for over to you. Is it the way I'm treating drivers? No, so I'm the call criminals, so I get the problem. Good evening to you, lawyer. Listening to you live, and you're doing a great job. Keep it up, Honorable George Osaya Sumanin, sending us this message. This one says, teacher constitution. All those who want to create insecurity in Ghana, especially armed robbers, should be very careful because when you are caught, the police are going to deal with you. The best security is yourself. So we must be careful whenever we go. Obi Sunday message about say any omo armed robbers no. Omo hind dying. Angamfo ni momo. Omo girlfriends. Omo discount bar. Omo ni omo na edi. Omo na protect omo. Omo asofo aye bompa ye momo. Omo lawyers are a defend omo. Omo chese they live with us. Unim ochna ya odebeba bedi wo. And you know when we suspect them ma before na musunsu mo mama achina omo nkoji scam robbers mo mfa ho because omo wo scantino mo benya nkwan a mo ye hwamanwe no yo unim dia ebeba also. Is it true as you saying, but if anyone caught in the act for murdering any person, the same death penalty should apply because When persuasion fail, force must be applied. Paul, I'm here. Okay, Paul sending us this one. Good evening to you, lawyer. As Ghanaians, we all need to support President Nana and the Ghana Police Service with very credible information to enable them to strengthen the security of our dear nation in our own interest. Condes Bedu Sefi Asafo sending us this message. Lawyer, good evening to you. I beg you, let Mr. Kusibuafu come on your show and educate young Ghanaians by his recent encounter in Rwanda. This is teacher Holy Wise. Okay, Mr. Buafu will come. Don't worry. OPK Gosu says, okay, I've read your message, the other side of the messages. So let me read others. Good evening to you. What is this? Good evening to you, lawyer. If our leaders stop personal interests and follow reality, we shall break the 8. Okay, we are not breaking 8 this evening. The government should employ more youth into the security force to limit all these things. Okay, we need to employ more security. Baroski Asusua says, I read your message somewhere. This one says, Bosheba Amisti Go Suzongo. In fact, some of our MMDCs performed marvelously, especially, okay, all your projects. we are dealing with security matter this evening, you know. Your projects will work. Good evening to you, lawyer. Please, haven't you realized that this is happening at the home government has, I want to say at the time government has renewed its fight against Galamsey, and similar happening during the last fight. You know, Boase, my lead kakra. Say, yen so enko Galamsey assembly so and also may have some link with this thing. Because maybe so sad this is here. I think the security couples should look at it. Same Boache Asamankas says, I'm wondering why NDC always doing politics without alternative. Look, I heard a lot of NDC propagandists telling us MPP break COVID-19 protocol at St. John funeral. How many journalists? Okay, I think we are not discussing this thing this evening. Okay. I'm saying now let me come back to the studio. Mon fancy messages no doso. You see the extra we are left with about 8 minutes, so we can do 3 minutes, and then we'll run away from the studio. Let me just say, Mr. Che, 3 minutes. So let's talk about the next issue, which is the presidential jet issue.
More.
Okay, we have difficulties with we have difficulties with vaccination. President Akufo-Addo has been struggling to access vaccines. That's that's very.
I think that's more. That's more interesting
very
presidential jets issue. Lawyer, on me lecture back on say yes. Me a politician, yes, more political party, but a dream maybe a extreme partisanship can be a money time, a map politics yet time. Na me can not mean party back on titru. I can see me no more Ghana. Never you back on free. And I do remember, say,
I'm monitoring your 3 minutes. So I'll keep it.
Introduction of VAT. Was easy for Emma, former President Jerry John Rawlings at all.
Yeah.
With time, former President Kufuor Baya or National Health Insurance na the percentage of VAT near the co-fund the national health insurance.
Yeah.
Then percentage of VAT get fund. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo $1.5 billion collateralization of the get fund. Say yenko share support to your education infrastructure, basic second cycle universities. Former president of friend is saying Kufuor by na we break oil in commercial quantities. And this is for sorry say ajongo. Asem papa ba no ajongo. Na do dan kwa Kufuor aba free SHS obi amaso no the court see and stop no cry say ma won't implement free SHS. The person can kusia say about vaccines ni politics are NDC for fa vaccines in one. There is no way so be na factory price na a year $10. Na odi bedru pointer ye di wo kwabrane no na a year $19 a ye ti kwapai. Mintiase. If we say the produce here na bobo no a $10 a what the befa a you freight charges say check it either times 3 or times 4 and sana ubesa insure enti vaccines no bet me be true Ghana has say the real cost you know per unit Everett me a call best be even $17.
Unfortunately, your time is so land.
Yanunti yes any pan kwa hu here na kwan bia president ebe faso a obet menya vaccines no dia ma yen se de beya en kwan be hia no ye no ye on kwan ye wade
obe that say the vaccines issues about geopolitical issue the big players are also using it as a political tool I want to feed into lawyer William Kusi the theory no lawyer 3 minutes on this vaccine
president the problem is saying we don't have any emergency situation when it comes to COVID. Ghana, the statistics are there. There is no emergency.
No, but who said
the fact that the world says emergency, you see, I always say as a people, the very day we decide to recognize ourselves, we will succeed. We are living at the behest of another person, and that is the problem I have with the leadership. Yes, there's COVID. But is it as urgent as it was with other countries in Europe? And this is a pania ato. Now we nebi. Now we have sent recovery rate to TCC. I mean, now say $10.99 kwako tuzo nyamani as water. Because you, like he's saying, if he's having difficulties in acquiring, he should make it known publicly, so that tomorrow if he buys it at 19, people will know that you know available send you moon. Say we go market never now go to 10. May the 10 you say on the 10 me call Russia say me go to be may be. You come and tell your people. That is why there is delay. The people themselves who are desperate for the vaccine will tell you, let us buy it at the price that we have it at the market. Because maybe if it's an emergency, say as or rush quarter 9 quarter so when nobody is dying of COVID. Seriously,
what happened to our first one or more second one? Am I?
Would you know
that? The medical consequences was
and near my agent to Hano
and you be
COVID. And we should know what is making our life uncomfortable. COVID and come when it comes to the hierarchy of it. And yes, Romo, the world is calling for COVID vaccination. But we should be careful. We should look at our own system. I'm not here locked down, left here, and I was happy. And I said that this man is making a decision because when he looks at the economic effect of it, he was better off lifting it. Otherwise, 2 weeks ago, in the economy. What if one got to economy or reserves? Mr. President. So, Japan be one was who to a young two. We are okay.
One was second one.
One saying,
what first one?
Yeah, but the other. Me too, me so be a COVID with my.
Okay, it is bizarre because you the whole COVID thing you have your
I
know your position of COVID.
Master, oh dear.
I know your position, but say they are
who introduce pathogen into your system.
They are
a pathogen that you don't know about. The white man who tell you Biden was here a year my producing in Africa because they are not sure of it. When he's a unicorn,
6 million vaccines. I AstraZeneca.
Yes.
So
why are we using it?
Anyway,
we have to be. You see, lawyer, cogito ergo sum. I exist before because I think I will not act on somebody's thinking. I want to think, find out that the logic of look. There's somebody. I mean, somebody who says the world is overpopulated. Write books, theories about it. He wakes up one day. Now COVID may reduce the population. Was me penny. My dear Majuma, call person. And I win your man to na utiori na nyajuma.
Yebeda lawyer William Kusi ase. Yebeda Ishak Chey Brobe ase. Onso so ase da PSC enkoma ase nyumbre wajebre na wahwe na watie ye. Medinga de Ohene Gyan lawyer. Thank you. Next week yebesan ya betena sia som. Ewo Kessben kasefidie eso yakra mo. Yankopon emo mo ho ban.